In today's video, we'll be talking about the windshield wiper system. I do have another video ready that shows you the basics of your wiper system. That's a very short and to the point video, but in today's video, I wanted to go into a little bit of depth. This is an Infiniti FX50 2009, and it has a technology package, so there's a little bit more to it when it comes to speaking about windshield washer system. So we know the basic moves. So this is your windshield wiper stock on the right side of your vehicle, and this stock has a few primary motions. Let's go over them. So you can push it away, push it towards you, you can go up, you can go down in various steps, and you also have this collar here. It sections it out. These are the rear controls, and this side is the front controls. It's kind of hard to see thanks to this paddle shifter. But so we'll start with the front controls, right? How do you control the stuff on the front, and what do you even have to control in the front? One, you do have your windshield washer fluid. You do have your two wiper arms over there, two wiper arms and blades. And normally the windshield washer is interlocked with the wipers, so you don't just squirt water on your windshield and not do anything about it. To activate that, you pull the windshield wiper stock towards you. So this is what happens. And once that happens, the windshield wipers swipe rapidly 3 times and then rest. Sometimes, well, let me not talk about this, but sometimes if it sees water, it does it again, but we're fine with regards to that. So then we have, when you're ready in a rain situation, rain, snow, whatever form of precipitation that is safe to wipe, how do you activate it? So right here, you see this stock right here, there's a dot here, which is your home position, which is where this is resting at, and then there's mist over there, and it shows you that you could, I'm trying to play with the focus. There's mist, and as you can see, it's a dotted arrow. The other arrow that points down is solid. So the best explanation I can give you for that is this: when you hit upwards towards the mist setting, it springs back. The others, though, they are more positive locking positions. Like here you have intermittent, low, high. And I should show you what's happening whenever I hit those positions. So you've already seen what the windshield washer does. 3. And it rests. The mist position, if you already had just a little bit of precipitation, all you do is this. And then the intermittent position is down. In normal cars, you can usually use this to change the frequency. It's changed because I dealt with it, but because this, I'll speak about that in a little bit. Let me just kind of let it be. But usually, this setting right here, when you have it all the way back that way, it just means it's not as sensitive, or it takes longer to swipe. But then when you do this, it takes a shorter time, and that's why, as you see, whenever I crank it back this way, turn the collar this way, you can see it swipe. But when I go backwards, it does not do anything, right? And then you have the low position, and this is what happens in the low position. Should squirt some washer fluid so I don't burn off those wipers. And then you have the high position. If you caught this in a good enough rainstorm, sometimes it shakes the whole vehicle. But so these are the primary functions for the front position. But then there is another setting, and I'm going to try to get to this. I was talking about if you caught it in a good storm. You do have a setting called comfort and convenience, I think is what I'm going for. Maybe that's not it. Go back. Others, probably. Nope. There was a setting on windshield wiper sensitivity. I suppose not here. Never mind. I suppose this car doesn't have it. But it does have a speed sensitive windshield wiper system, so that whenever I have my speed, and you have it in intermittent, it's swiping like that. Whenever you speed up, it's supposed to make a basically a standard assumption that we are getting way more rain or more precipitation, whatever it is that I wanted to swipe off. So let's you know, wipe a lot harder. So what I'm gonna do right now though, let's jump outside briefly, because I'd like to have an outside view of what happens when I engage the stuff from inside. So this one here is your windshield washer nozzle, and let's see if the focus can catch it. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, it's not very good, but you know, almost in line with the driver in a way. And then you have another one over there, and you can see that one is wet over there. So what I'm going to do though is have the camera sit here. There you go. I'm going to have the camera sit here and then just activate the windshield washer, and I'll do it in that sequence. Basically just pull back to show you the washer fluid, and then I'll go through the different speeds. Let's do it. And that's pretty much it. While out here, I'd like to talk about another feature that's pretty special to the technology package, which is what I was talking about. So you have, let's go inside and I'll explain it. So generally, as I said, this part right here, that color that's intermittent speed, this one here, it's usually supposed to just deal with how, you know, the speed. But then this one here, it's got a rain sensing windshield wiper system, so automatic rain sensing system, and the sensor is back there on the other side of the rear view mirror mounting. And what that does, let's look at it outside. What that does is that, actually here it is, you can see it right here, this excess that you see over there, yeah, that's where the rain sensor is. And I'll show you what happens with the rain sensor. Once I have the setting I have to move the setting to int. So right now it's not going to do anything. I'm trying to just spill some water on it and then see how it behaves. Yeah, nothing's going to happen right now. But if I go inside and remember that intermittent position that I was talking about? So, and I have to talk about this. Whenever you don't really know what position it's in, I usually just bump it up and then it rests back down, because that goes back to home position. But then go down once, intermittent position, and then it just stays there. It, you know, it doesn't swipe or anything, it just stays there. So what's going to happen right now, I've turned on the automatic or the rain sensing system. It doesn't tell you anything about it, but as I said, I've already turned it on. If your glass is good enough, you don't have too many rock chips, the system is sensitive enough. Like sometimes you go under a bridge and the wipers just swipe like this. Well, obviously it's intent to making a fool of me today, but let me use water. There you go. That's how the system is supposed to work. And let me try to dump a whole bucket there. It goes until the sensor sees no more water. So I was trying to do this earlier, like say that sometimes, there you go, I was able to like spill some water on there. But it's obviously, no matter how good I am with a bucket, I can never really replicate the effects of a nice storm. But that is how the automatic rain sensing system works. Okay, I think at this point I've shown you everything that the front side could do, and now I'm going to talk about the rear. The rear wiper system doesn't have a very good rear view, but yeah, it's really, really small, really cramped. But so the rear, this is what happens. I've shown you that this part from here, from that this solid rib over here, is how you activate this is the front, and then here, as you can see from the writing, if you can see the writing. It says rear right here. From this point back is the rear. You have, just like I could pull the windshield stock back to activate the windshield washer. Sorry, let's do this. I could pull this backwards to activate the front washer. Likewise, if I push it away like this, I activate the rear, and you can almost hear it, but I have to zoom in for you to see what's happening. I want you to see the water going down. So I'm pushing it away again. Push this away and watch. See it trickling from the top? I'll do the same thing. I'll go outside and then I'll be able to zoom in and you'll see what it does. And just notice that it swipes 3 times and stops. Seems to take longer. It's just got I guess a longer way to go. All right, great. And then same things on the stock. You don't have the intermittent, you don't have the mist wipe, the one that you just do that and it swipes once, because I guess being a rear glass, what's so urgent to address back there. But you do have 2 settings, it's nice. And the settings that you have for the rear are intermittent right here and on. Do you see that? So you have off position, intermittent, and on. So this and that. And I'll start with the first position. Okay, so let's zoom in again and focus. First position, intermittent. It's taking, and there's no way for me to change the frequency or the sensitivity of the system. Okay, then on. And that's it. So I turned it back off. It's pretty simple. Just let me see. Yeah, turn it off. Just turn this backwards and then have it rest on that spot right there, off. Target, mark it with that. And likewise, this, which you usually call, I guess, your speed setting. In this case, it's just your time setting. It's more with the technology package. This is actually a sensitivity setting. So when you have it down here, it's very sensitive and it's very likely. It says time and it says how much time do you have between swipes. So right here, it's gonna give you very, very frequent swiping. All right, and what I'm gonna do is jump outside. Again, assuming that you guys are exactly like me, the kind of person who's sitting there thinking, I really wonder how my system works from the outside. I really want to know how it looks from the outside whenever I activate my windshield wipers. So let's do this. I'm gonna zoom in and get the right focus. I hope it shows up pretty well. And likewise, I'm gonna do the same thing. First thing is just gonna be pull the windshield washer and watch it squirt. It's gonna come from, it's somewhere in here. Right here. Can't really show it any better than I'm doing right now. So I'll squirt, I'll activate the rear glass washer fluid, then just watch it do its thing, and then after that I will go for the 2 speed settings, which is low and on. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Well, I hope that was clear. It's a pretty long video, but I like to do my best to go into a little bit of detail. There is a video, the short video told you how to make it work, and the more detailed one explains how things work, why they work the way they do. Maybe I'm not going to go into the relays and all things like that. Talking of relays, have you guys heard the clicking? Let's activate it. You'll hear a sudden click sound in here. Okay. Well, I don't think it's very clear, but yeah, so it's a long video, but I do like sometimes, if only for my own education and just for my own documentation, I like going into these videos that explain in some great depth, or in some depth, as to how things work and how they would not work. Crazy things like that. But so right now I'm still my FX fascination phase, and I'm glad to be doing videos like these. All the best, y'all. If you already knew all the things that are in this video, well, just skip it. Sometimes, you might learn something new, or you might have something new to teach me, and I'm all open for that. For this is just more of a diary series.